We are good, right? Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, technical difficulties, but we are back. The action kicks off, and that is what we love to see. Angels of Death already losing two this early. Best starts, not even the most confident start for them at all. I would expect them to have picked up. I would expect them to have picked up at least a little bit of something on the way here, but it doesn't look like they have. And that would be a little bit more. But either way, it is still part of the story. It is still part of the game. Right now, ooh, Chaos Syndicate not picking up where they left off as they pound one for Crazy Weirdo, sending K back into the lobby. Not the most ideal start for them, but it is still very much in the mix here. Unsullied Army, also one of the better teams that has had a fantastic performance. Looks like Andromeda is going to be in the conversations as well. Hopefully they will be able to turn up the heat. But Ferran from Angels of Death has also taken a hit. We have to try a little bit more than what they've got so far. Kakali going down. Machine is going to be looking out for an opening so far. Tries to lock that one down, but there's a big chance that he might be able to turn it around. Good grenade and even better sequence there from Machine. Goes for the clutch and goes for the clean out. And Andromeda is trying to hold this into the corner as well, trying to back into that space. Plays over to the right hand side. Machine spots through again, almost taking a hit, almost spinning around. And now it is going to be Y Esports looking like they might want to close this down on Machine. It doesn't look like much, but yes, that will be a shot. And they will try to lock things down. See the way they have been problematic, the way they have been able to throw it off. But again, Y Esports, they've got 6 eliminations. Very, very good start. And Angelo now into the corner. Oh, he does get a shot onto Sun, and if he can pack it all the way through, he might be able to make something happen here. And Sun is very, very low on utilities and HP. Because does Angelo smell this though? Does he press the advantage? Can he make something happen for Andromeda at this stage? So they got a couple more bodies in to make something into the corners there. He spots Why Always Me and sends him back as well. Climbing up, going higher and higher. 3 eliminations for them so far as opposed to the 6 from Y Esports. And they might be able to lock this down just a little bit quicker than the play zone would allow. Now there is a cause for concern for some of those teams that are still yet to find the recall centers. They've put it into perspective, but Angelo is going to be pressing forward again, tries to get a little bit of a breach inside. Gives a little bit of the angles there. Ooh, big sprays from Angelo. Beautiful CQC action there. Tries to spray into the corner. Phase over to the right hand side. Jump shot. He cannot allow for that S12K, I believe, or that shotgun to touch him, he will hurt him a lot. Again, during the corner, but he's exposed. He gets the drop into the right hand side, but Agent is going to take the elimination from him. But it will be a trade off there for Angelo as he gets Agent knocked away, and nothing but trouble will find themselves in trouble. Courtesy of Angelo from Andromeda as he packs that one in. Now that takes the cake. It is going to be Dororo from Why So Serious. Grenades getting bounced off the walls and into the corners there. They can make something happen here. This might be the opening that they're looking for. It is going to be very difficult to find the angles there. First hit into the corner as well. First couple of shots into the jump. Oh, beautiful shot from Angelo. And he does take a hit. He does spin it all the way through. Duro has to retreat. He has to fall back. But will he capitalize? Tries to go up and escape the danger. He is under siege, though. And does get himself back up. And he has to make sure that he wraps this up. He's going to be adding more and more eliminations there into the other side. Angelo lurking about. He has been able to hold his own so far. Remember, the top 8 teams will advance to the top 8 teams will advance to the group stages, or rather from the group stages, the top 8 teams will advance to the grand finals. That's where you want to be. That is where you will fight to get a little bit of that action. But take a look at that. It is going to be K9 now that pulls up to the scene. We saw them turn up the heat yesterday as well in the Miramar game where they did get that chicken dinner, right? I think they won the chicken dinner. Was it them? Or was it... Yeah, I think it was them that got that chicken dinner from previously. Angelo finally getting knocked down by Dororo. And now sights on for K9. They're pressing forward as a unit. Dororo is all left to him and Reckless here. And another grenade immediately from Stoner will block him all the way down, gives it up, and goes back to his... hopefully his teammate can get a recall to come through. Still got down to 15 teams though. Nova, fortunately, have been packed back. YE Sports, K9, Andromeda, all on the front foot. And I believe Angelo has already been recalled. And Nothing But Trouble have also recalled Agent. Duel. And straight back into his vehicle with his teammate, and they will reposition. NPL, it is NPL season. And no better time to step into the matrix than now, you know? All of these teams battling for who will be called big dog at the end of the competition. A whole lot of teams have developed and evolved their strategies and how they've been playing the NPL so far. You know, you have to understand that there is context. They have repositioned a little bit more, but they do have identities. You know, teams like Chaos Syndicate, a little bit more direct. Crazy Weirdos, a little bit more in transition. But they also get a lot of results. And right now, Crazy Weirdos, I think they have used up their first recall for one of their teammates. I'm not sure who it was. But it has been fruitious. It has yielded a little bit of something either way. But even at that, there is a cornerstone with the way the likes of Team Cold has played as well. They've given us a little bit of an idea as to how much ground they can cover. And we've seen them, thrive. Seen them get very proactive. And we have to try something different as well, but it works in their favor either ways. They will have to get a little bit more confident, especially now that we're in the group stages. But I know that when we get to the last chance qualifier, that is where things are going to get very, very messy. Because Vextra are trying to defend themselves just south of Yulin here. Costing them a little bit more there, but you have to be very careful. Banana getting peeled by I believe that is oh yeah, getting peeled by, I believe, by one of the guys from Chaos Syndicate. And Team Code, well, they can only look on from the outside. They try to yield a little bit of something, but it has been very proactive. Looks like Agent could be in a world of trouble here. Doesn't look like much. And the shot, oh, that's a beautiful shot. It's a fantastic shot. I mean, why always me? You have to respect the fact that they know exactly what they have to do. They're always putting themselves in the right positions there, in the right angles, in the right corners. And Southeast, not going to be so lucky. Teabag just managing to hold on, but no dice for him as he does get swept away by Coda. And Chaos Syndicate, yet again, climbing up on that leaderboard. And they are not going to be backing down, not even in the slightest. They are causing a lot of commotion, especially in this final phase of the zone. They know exactly what it takes to put out the fires that all of these teams are trying to start. Angels of Death, on the other hand, not inside of the zone. A little bit more reactive than proactive on that side of the zone. Hopefully they will find a way through without having to wade through too many opposition teams in the next phase of the circle. But we've got about 20 seconds until that zone starts to move again, starts to force the issue. And now we've got YE Sports still dominating here. 9 eliminations, potential for 10, 11, 12, not too far away. Andromeda only been on 4 eliminations since they landed. Not necessarily had much time to increase the gap so far, seeing as they are playing as only 3. Chaos Syndicate as well with a similar aperture, but they've got 4 eliminations and they are sitting quite close to the edge in the southwestern side. Knowing the way they've been able to trade off water spray from Nova and Light, will have these blinds shot. And Chaos Syndicate will use the opportunity to advance their position, but it looks like they will be taking this one on. As Skoda is already on the front foot. Trade-off is good again. Skoda almost getting traded off, but no dice. He uses the AUG to perfection and knocks him straight off. And Vanguard in a whole world of trouble here, but that will not be the end of the road. Guard him is also going to have to spin around there. And he just manages to escape the danger that was lurking in the light of Peter. Light, send back Oni as well. No dice for Vanguard right now. They're getting absolutely pummeled on all sides. Skoda trying to get an angle on Guard Your Babe. And the sprays continue over to the sequence there. He's caught out and he will be getting knocked away. Beautiful teamwork from Chaos Syndicate. You just love to see a team that knows exactly what they are doing, how to squeeze you and how to milk you of your juices and pack you back into the lobby. Chaos Syndicate know exactly how to do that one. And Vanguard just getting absolutely dismantled on all fronts. That has been a very, very good dynamic for them, the way they've been able to manage it so far. Now it is going to be a product of trying to hold on. 6 eliminations now for Andromeda. Looking very confident, though. Looking very good as well. But the numbers advantage that they are currently lacking is what could cause them some problems, because they look, of all the teams to pull up on you, K9 Esports is not the one you want. And Crichton is going to have to spin around here, but he's charging it up, and Angelo gets Stoner knocked away, and they reposition. A grenade launched perfectly. Well, I spoke out of turn. It was not perfect. And he is going to spin off a little bit closer into the other side there. Angelo's trying to pop it through. He launches that one perfectly as well, and he will hurt him. And he takes a little bit of a hit, sprays through into the smoke, but the smoke is doing more harm than good for Crichton right now, because he can't see the opposition. He's only relying on audio, no visuals, but not for the guys from Andromeda. Angelo again on the beat, knocks another one, but John this time will have an answer for him, dials him back just a little bit more. Angels of Death will be met with death as well, courtesy of Southeast, packing them all the way back. Maul goes down. End of the road for them. Unfortunate scenes, but right now K sets his sights onto the other side, as well as Angelo is going to get knocked away. Machine is taking damage, and that will be the end of the road for Andromeda. It is the numbers advantage that caused them that fight. The extra man that they were lacking caused them this engagement against the guys from K9. K9 had all of their players alive, but they will lose 2 fighting Andromeda, and Andromeda will ep up with 7 eliminations. Not a bad shout, but if you do want to make it into the top 8, you got to do a whole lot better than that. And right now, Team Cold have a prerogative. They've been playing slow but steady. All they have to do is close out the game here. Well, 3 eliminations. Potential for a chicken dinner for them is very high, seeing as they've got all of their players alive. But same thing with Y Esports and the Crazy Weathers as well. The Chaos Syndicate is not going to be so lucky, as the recalls have been shot down. So if you go back to the lobby, you will stay there. Fear Esports, the team that is currently sitting in 2nd place on that leaderboard. They've not had the best of games in this start. There's still room for them to do a little bit more. Probably have to get a little bit more contented with not having the zone as much as they would like, because that is the team I know that thrives with having the zone, with not having to make too many rotations. Past couple of games for them have been very difficult, seeing as the zone has just not been friendly towards them, because when they do have the zone, they perform exceptionally, but when they don't have it, it's like night and day. And now Chaos Syndicate under siege here. I'm not sure, but it is going to be Y Esports that will crash the party. It still doesn't look like there's much to be done. Why So Serious also under siege, and Rizzo from Unsullied Army is going to have something for the rest of the opposition here, trying to close the gap between themselves and those teams that are sitting above them. Well, 3 eliminations so far. Rizzo gets a drop on Dororo. Grenade from J48 will send Y So Serious back into the lobby. Unsullied Army now up to 5 eliminations, and that is where things go from interesting to even much more interesting. Good drop of the grenades there. That Jesse's photo is always it always makes me laugh, because he just tossed a grenade and removed the whole squad, and you see grenade elimination and Jesse's photo, and he's just like smiling. What are you smiling about? What is so exciting for you? Ooh, Peter had no idea the sun was right there. And now hit him with a little bit of that first action, first motion shot, and grenades all through the corner. But Chaos Syndicate, if there's anything they know how to do, it is how to stick together as a unit and capitalize on their positions. But right now, Peter has been picked up again. And Y Esports not prioritizing their position at this stage. All of these teams outside of the zone, it is phase 6 as well. And now they are trying to be the thorn in the side of Chaos Syndicate, but Chaos Syndicate will not be backing down. First shot into the corner as well. Skoda takes a hit. If the grenade is launched, it could cause a lot of trouble for Chaos Syndicate. Grenade getting charged up here by Leo. And Son is going to be spotted as he tries to make a dash for it, but no dice. Skoda repositions as well. Sad exposed. He runs out in the open, and he will be discovered in one fell swoop. But he still can't get the angles on him again. Leo had to be very careful because Peter was there to repel any danger, and that is what we love to see. Kakali continues to cause mayhem for Unsullied Army against the rest of the opposition. Machete also starts to cut down. Death goes down as well. Big trouble, big trouble right now for the rest of the teams that are trying to make their way inside of that final place of the zone, trying to make something for themselves. And Chaos Syndicate, they know exactly what they have to do. They reposition perfectly as well and put themselves in the right spot, in a tight position, in a tight corner. But this will allow Y Esports to get their numbers back to full strength. And they've got Gen 2 still knocked back into the lobby. Team Cold as well. 5 eliminations now. And all of the zone is in their favor as well. Everything is working in their favor. And I did say that this is the team that has the potential of winning this game due to the positional advantage that they have and positional awareness as well. Looks like they might be dosing out the bullets here. But take a look at that Unsullied Army. Good position they've got. Northern side of the zone here. Chaos Syndicate, starting to drop the Doritos. Trying to get themselves into a prominent position. But they have reset themselves quite nicely, trying to box with guys from Y Esports in. Finally, Fair have been dispatched. End of the road for them. Skoda gets the angle on Leo, and he will be knocked away. 2 bodies, 3 bodies potentially could be caught here, and it is going to be a wrap by Skoda and Machete working hand in hand to put Y Esports back into the lobby. And now it is Unsullied Army, Team Cold, and Chaos Syndicate again in the top 3. But who's gonna take this chicken dinner? Who wants it more? Unsullied Army trying to make their play, make a dash for it, reposition themselves quite nicely as well. And they look very proactive in the way they've been able to manage so far. But Kakali is also looking to keep their distance. The zone is still favoring Team Cold. They don't have to move away from the compound just yet. But Betrayer is trying to get an angle on Chaos Syndicate, trying to make sure that they have something to work out with here. But take a look at that. They will reposition and they will get an angle, but Unsullied Army have a better angle. They might be able to capitalize on this. Kakali, we've seen him do this before. He is very capable of causing problems. Puts himself in harm's way though, takes a little bit of a hit, will fall back, and the Doritos continue to fall from the sky. Unsullied Army in a very tight position, but they do have to deal with Chaos Syndicate relatively very quickly and decisively as well. They can't focus on Team Cold and Chaos Syndicate at the same time. Chaos Syndicate, on the other hand, not necessarily having a bad game. This is a very good game for them. They can bow out at this stage, but they probably have to do a little bit more. Izanagi with an angle there for Team Cold, not having to bait away too much. But his position has been compromised. Skoda is aware of him. It's a battle of the sprays now. Does he take him on? Does he decide to take a little bit of a respite position right there? Rizzo still trying to circumvent his way through that final grid to get a good position for Unsullied Army. The finals hang in the balance. Rizzo's exposed by Rin. Team Cold now, the opening they've been looking for, they may have just found, but again, Unsullied Army have kept themselves at arm's length. Team Cold cannot capitalize on that knock. They can't advance their position because they know Chaos Syndicate could be a thorn in their side. And all they're waiting for now is the play zone to decide. And it has decided to bless Chaos Syndicate one more time. Skoda and Peter do not have to move a muscle. Izanagi again baits out. Exposed. Big drop. MG3. Beautiful shots coming through. Machete goes down. Kakali drops another one. Unsullied Army will not be backing down. They put the screws and put the guys from Team Cold to the sword. And now it is all left to Rain and Izanagi. But Izanagi, I believe, has been knocked away. An Unsullied Army, a chicken dinner could be something on the cards for them, as Izanagi cannot do anything but only look. 10 eliminations from Unsullied Army. They have been absolutely cooking right now with a 3-man team. Kakali and J48 on the front foot. Chaos Syndicate may not be able to deal with this one. The Unsullied may have just been finding a way to sit on the Iron Throne this time around, as J48 and Rizzle and Kakali are putting all of the work, all of the action. They're holding it down. A grenade launched, but a grenade traded back as well. They will not be holding on, but Kakali's grenade is greater than the Syndicate, is greater than the snakes on the ladder, and now they're cramming forward, but somehow, some way in the back end, Unsullied Army continue to bomb away at the #1 team on the leaderboard. They will not be backing down, but Team Cone on the back end have been picked up. Izanagi's back to full strength. Somehow the game is balanced diet. Once more, one time again, the NPL, who is going to claim this first game? Unsullied Army have pulled out all the stops this time around. They have the numbers advantage. And Peter's trying to get his teammate back up, but it looks like Unsullied Army are spent. No more grenades, no more utilities, but they have the high ground position. Surely this is their game to take. Surely this is everything coming into fruition for Unsullied Army right now. They can smell it. A chicken dinner will put them into the top 8, will put them straight into the finals. They know exactly what the stakes are here. They cannot afford to bottle this. They bottled yesterday in Erangel, giving away a potential chicken dinner supernova. Like their mistakes, they will not make that mistake again. Rizzle is screaming and closer. Surely he knows. And largest one, they will not be backing down. Skoda still got some for them. Another grenade to repel, but Unsullied Army will not be backing down. Smokes and grenades all passing through. Rizzle now and Kakali advancing forward, but he's exposed into the right hand side. Peter tries to circle back and he will be packed up. The MG3 will reign supreme. Big sprays into the corner now from Kakali, but it doesn't look like they're gonna praise forward. Unsullied Army, they can taste it now. The chicken dinner will not slip away this time. Kakali continues to press forward, but Izanagi is gonna trade him off. Gets him knocked away. It's a 1v1 and another opportunity for Team Cold. They can feel the freeze coming in the air right now. Rin is going to be swept away. 13 eliminations. Big chance for 14. Kakali, big spray. Can he get the angles? No. Izanagi manages to get behind the tree and his teammates. No dice for him. He actually goes for it. Kakali's going to press forward. Goes for the right hand side. Big spray. Cast the fall through and Kakali will not make it through. Unsullied Army capitulate again at the hands of Team Cold. Izanagi, they allowed him to get picked up and he made them pay. This close, but again they fall short. Rondo will give you the action, the NPL will give you the action, but what a game that was. Unsullied Army yet again having the chicken dinner snatched away from their hands, and it's just they didn't have no more utilities and it cost them in the game. But that is the beauty, that is the way the cookie crumbles. Ladies and gentlemen, more action coming your way. It is the Nigerian Pro League. It is the group stages, one game down. Are all the games going to be like this? Well, stay tuned to find out. We'll be right back after the break.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Hi, I'm Dilo and I'm live at the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free. And if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
everyone, I'm Jindu. I'm the winner of Just Dance game, and I want to use this medium to appreciate Monster Energy Drink and NNSE.
Hello, welcome to the Campus Game Fest 2026 happening live at University of Ibadan. There's so much activities going on today, games, fun and music. Come, let's have fun.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Hi, I'm Dilo and I'm live at the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free, and if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
Hello everyone, I'm Jindu. I'm the winner of Just Dance game, and I want to use this medium to appreciate Monster Energy Drink and 10 and 8
Hello, welcome to the Campus Game Fest 2026 happening live at University of Ibadan. There's so much activities going on today, games, fun and music. Come, let's have fun.
Hi, my name is Nifi. I'm winner of Free Fire, University of Ibadan, Campus Game First 2026. Thank you, Monster Energy, for sponsoring us. Thank you, 10 and 80. We hope to see you next time. Thank you.
My name is Grace. I'm the winner of Just Dance competition. Thank you, 10 and 80. Thank you, Monster.
My name is Olado Chinok. I'm the winner of Street Fighter tournament at the Campus Game Fest, University of Ibadan. Thank you, 10 and 80. Thank you, Monster.
My name is Olayemi. I'm the winner of the PUBG Mobile at University of Ibadan, Campus Game Fest. Thank you, 10 and 80. Thank you, Monster.
The Nigerian Pro League Grand Final Season 8 by Monster Energy Drink and 10 and 8.
Comforting to send them out, the ground sports. Everybody aware that there's someone who's this is going to end the final games of the night.
Showtime, showtime, showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action. It is the Nigerian Pro League. It's the group stages. And we just had our first game, and what a game it was! It was rondo, packed to the brim with action through and through. Unsolid Army capitulating in the final third. Decent game they had, though. I think with that performance, that puts them just a little bit shy of the top 8, but nonetheless, decent performance from them. Chaos Syndicate again putting BTA, showing exactly why they're number 1 on the call sheet as it stands, extending their lead. I think I said it would make 160 points by the end of today. I think they've already made 160 points by the end of game 1. So that's to tell you that these guys did not come around to play in the NPL this season. They have fallen so many times, and I think, Chad, I think this might be their year. I think this might be their year, Chad. I just think this might be their year. But Rondo wrapped up. Erangel is where we're heading to right now. So stay strapped in, stay locked in with me, and make sure. If you don't have your monster, make sure you lock one with you. But Team Cold, chicken dinner, 19 points on the board. Very good game. I mean, I did predict them to win that game either way. So, of course, my ball knowledge is kind of elite when it comes to stuff like that. So, it shouldn't be a surprise to any of you because I know ball and some of you don't, unfortunately. But either way, right? It's time. It is time to step onto the plate and take the game by the scruff of the neck as we head into match number 2 of the group stages. Day 4. Did we predict Chaos Syndicate? I mean, I predicted Chaos Syndicate to perform, but like this? Did we predict them to cook like this? My word. Because this is, I mean, Chad, is this like 4KT level performance? You guys know how 4KT was cooking that year now, right? We all remember how 4KT was doing in the NPL that year. Would we say like this is that level of performance that 4KT was putting back in like season 3, season 4 of the NPL, where they did their three-peat that hasn't been repeated? I don't think any team has repeated that, if I'm not mistaken. 4KT is the only team that I believe has won the NPL 3 times in a row, right? I think 4KT is the only team that has done that, and Bego is the only player that has won MVP 3 seasons in a row after Storm did that, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something that we would have to respect, the ability of that particular 4KT squad to perform the way they did. But are we going to put like Chaos Syndicate's level of performance at this stage of the competition? We're not talking about the finals here, though. We're just talking about, this stage of competition, right? Is this how, could we say that, yeah, like they are performing at that 4KT level? Because uncomfortable conversations are going to be had. Everyone talks about 4KT like the holy grail and, their domination in the scene, stuff like that. And it's true, 4KT was scary, but it was all about the numbers. So would we say that Chaos Syndicate are performing that exact same way? Is that something we can say, chat? Can we say that 4KT are performing like that? Can we say that Chaos Syndicate are putting it in? Wait. Oh, finally, Unsolid Army's tag is accurate. W production. Because that I won't lie, that was bothering me. It was so difficult to manage. But W production has sorted it out, so now we are on track. Team Oxygen, interesting enough, in PMNC, the first split of the PMNC, this team performed quite decent. So I'm very surprised that they are really struggling in PL. It's always going to be a surprise to me that a team like this is struggling in the MPL because of how I watched them perform in the PMNC Nigeria, that stage of the competition. But hopefully they will find their footing. And they will show exactly how they made it here, because remember, these are teams that qualified from the playoffs. And they showed us exactly what they're made of. So I have high expectations of them. But either way, there's still much work to be for some of these teams that still haven't found their identity. You know, I mean, you can do a lot of deep diving, right, to understand how your team plays, playing to your strength and all that. But again, you still have to have an identity, a play style. And that still stems from, you know, the strength of your team, how confident you are to play a certain way because of the type of players you have on your team. And I'm speaking to the IGLs on this one because it still boils down to the fact of what is feasible for a team that you have, what you can pull off, how proactive you can get. But either way, the sprays are coming through quick and fast. Nothing but trouble. Still, it has been very difficult for them to find their footing in the MPL this season, unfortunately. Hopefully, they will make a prerequisite for it, but it doesn't look like they will be able to. It's asking a lot of them right now. But pressure is on the mount. Pressure is very much on the mount here. Crazy Weirdos have been having pretty slow day. You know, I mean, in the playoffs they were cooking. If I'm not mistaken, you know, Crazy Weirdos in the playoffs, they were on. I think they finished top of the playoffs. So that's why this performance from them is kind of iffy, though. You know. But we will see. We will absolutely see how well they can manage this one. Oh, the spray comes through again from Kakali. This guy, I mean, he has to be on Solidami's best signing in the past 9 years of on Solidami existing. This guy has to be the best signing they've ever made. What a player he has been for them in this tournament. For me, he might be what's that latest discovery of the tournament or something? You know, like what's that award for, you know, new talent or underrated talent or something along those lines? But he has been an ideal player. Ooh, we're 4-1-5. It's not gonna be so lucky, as nothing but trouble will not be backing down. Abdul getting J48 knocked away as well. It's all left to Kakali now. I mean, if I'm Kakali, I'm letting that thing fly. I'm letting that thing fly. If I'm Kakali, I am letting that thing fly. I'm not backing down, not even in the slightest. Yes, he's not backing down, and he is capable. He is absolutely capable. He has a couple of shots onto Agent though. He tries to reposition, but the numbers are not favorable for him. I think he gets caught. He does get caught out there by Abdul. Yeah, Abdul. He was not aware of Abdul. That's the problem, and I think that's what cost him the game. But I'm sorry, you know what I mean, based off of their previous performance, they can afford to have a bad game. They can afford to have a bad game, but I don't think they can afford to have a bad game again. I think they are only allowed one bad game today. If not, I think they are just threading a little bit too close to the last chance qualifier. And that's not where you want to be. That last chance qualifier is going to be Tartarus, man. Because it's top 7. It is going to be the pits of hell in that last chance qualifier. So, ladies and gentlemen, last chance qualifier is going to be next week. Around this time next week as well. And some teams will be playing their final matches today. So this will be their last opportunity to qualify into the finals. But right now, without any extra rigmarole, we know Chaos Syndicate has qualified to the finals. I think they have qualified. I think they've made it to the finals of the Nigerian Pro League. So congratulations to them. There's want to be done. Another team I have been enjoying watching is K9 though. And they do have some pretty decent. They have some familiar names, you know, been on the horizon. That has never stopped them either way, but still puts them into the driver's seat, you know. Shots are going to be ringing out. It's all about the way they try to maneuver in the zone. Takes them a little bit more time, but if they do eventually get the hang of it though. We're gonna have to try something as well, but still a good dynamic right now for Fear. Fear they really need to step up to the plate here. Oh, looks like someone's vehicle gets tossed aside. There it is, going to be crazy weirdos trying to take over the landscape, but Enjoy and Nova. It looks like they will be trading off. Fear losing one, Nova losing one as well. They're going band for band here, just outside of shooting range. You know, north side rotations. I think some teams prefer to rotate into the zone from the north as opposed to any other place, and that's what makes the best teams, right? If they can make a rotation. Oh, Chaos Syndicate, not the way they were expecting, but that is the beauty of a team like this. They don't give you an inch, and Skoda immediately gets a knock, so they will press this on. They will advance their positions, and now they've found a space to make inside. But Y Esports is not going to back down, not even in the slightest. Grenade from Y Always Me launches one, but a Molotov immediately to Saquon's back, and that will be trying to lock it in. He's got the buys on, and Gen 2 has been able to hold on, and this one is going to be too difficult for Chaos Syndicate to deal with. I mean, Y Esports they have what it takes to slow them down, especially being able to hold off different angles, different positions. Chaos Syndicate, I mean, it was a good shout for them trying to breach into this position, but it's too difficult for them. Sun is in the corner, tries to trade it off, but no dice. Peter gets the first knock onto Gen 2. Oh, the M249, he's locked in right now. Always me. Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe is me. Peter almost turning into Parker, almost turning into Spider-Man. The way he was shooting those webs. And that would have been something special if he managed to turn this one around. An individual brilliance would have been the action of the day here if Peter managed to turn that one up. But Y Esports stuck to the game and they overwhelmed with the numbers advantage and did exactly what needed to be done. But that was dangerously close. Very, very dangerously close there. That could have been something different. But right now, Southeast, another team that they have been going under the radar. They've been putting decent performances here and there, but hasn't been anything untoward for them. They have been on the overlay. They have done it the way they have set up themselves the way they wanted to, though. It's not the worst setup I've seen. Could be a cause for concern here, but could be a little bit of trouble the way they've been, It's all about finding the balance, in team chemistry, team synergy. But we have to try that one again. Right now, the north side of the zone is where the action's at. Nothing but trouble. Slowly but surely, they have secured themselves for elimination, so. And Vanguard is going to be in a little bit more trouble. Abdul just escaping the chaos that was coming his way here. But again, this is a bad spot. He's caught between a rock and a very hard place. But Agent, the backstab was very, very niche. He gets the angle on them. And VXR had no idea that Agent was Lados there. He's got the MG3 and the ghillie suit. I mean, that's a nasty combination. That is a combination for chaos. That is a combination for nasty business. And he comes out on top. And that's another one to the mix there. Light goes back to the lobby. Vanguard still trying to find their footing. They've not had a very good day at all. They had a very decent day yesterday, but it looks like today has just been a little bit more difficult for them. Southeast now setting their sights onto Angels of Death. For lead, getting Reckless knocked away. Jay goes down, but Reckless also goes down to Ferran. And Angels of Death, if there's anything, they will be taking you to the lobby at the very least. They will take one of you. Marl also going down and gets flushed immediately by Perry. Why so serious, capitalizing on the numbers that they've got so far? But Dororo goes down, cuts here for Lee, and he also gets flushed off. I mean, you absolutely have to respect Angels of Death not backing down from arguably one of the strongest teams in the lobby right now. They're going band for band with them. Him is going to be the last one left for Vanguard, and doesn't look like much in the way of managing, because it looks like Supernova are also going to be taking hits, and they have been eliminated as well. Only one elimination in the plate for them as well, falling to the corner. Oh, the Southeast losing out, almost getting traded off into the corner there, spits into the right hand side, but he's going to get knocked away. Forley also have to try and make that one, but no dice for him. Ferran goes down, courtesy of Teabag, and that will be a wrap for Angels of Death. We're down to 9 teams now, 23 players alive, and Andromeda will crash and burn into the guys from K9. And why so serious? Also will be dispatched courtesy of Southeast as well. I mean, that trade-off that they had with Angels of Death is what cost them. And Angelo with Kimi and Angels of Death, that was a good performance from them. They really tried to hold it on. Nations, not a bad shout at the very least. But right now, Andromeda Team Cold and Y Esports with K9. These are the only teams that all have 4 players alive. And it looks like Agent will not be stopping here. We'll be adding a little bit more to where that one came from. He drops a little bit of something with Abdul. These two have been causing chaos so far. Well, you got to respect the driving nonetheless. But that was dangerously very close to causing their demise instead. Crazy Weirdos have also secured 5 eliminations. Like I said, this is a team that performed exceptionally well during the playoffs, and they've just really not been able to hit their foot on the gas in the group stages, but there have been underlying numbers for that team. They have been very, very proactive in the way they have managed things. But there is more to be done. Under siege. Ooh, under siege. We got him almost turning that one through, but K9 swarm in numbers. They take over the northern side, just outside of Rozok. And that is a good spot to be out in. Vehicles to navigate with and reposition themselves. They might be running into crazy weirdos on the other side, as that position is going to cause a little bit more problems than they would have liked. But Y Esports right now looking very dominant. 4 eliminations so far, but nothing but trouble. Have got 7. And it's just very, very interesting, right, to see team good numbers, good performances, but it will not yield much of anything. But I spoke too soon. Rumsey gets the angle of machine, turns him all the way through, but Maddie's gonna trade one off. Beautiful angle, beautiful position from Andromeda. They're looking very confident, but again, Maddie gets snuffed out in the open there. Can they capitalize? Another one bites the dust. Trade off is good. Angelo gets the angle there. Kryton goes down, and this is a dangerous, dangerous call for Andromeda, but they can get their numbers to at least semi-full strength. Angelo is going to be the one to advance his position, but here comes Rumsey. He's trying to pull up into the mix here, tries to trade off into the right-hand side. That's the opening they've been looking for. Rumsey plays it through to the other side. Big sprays over to the drop, and that will be a wrap. Kimi goes down and gets the job done for Andromeda. 3 eliminations and time on their hands. Remember, time on their hands is a big commodity right now. That will allow them to reposition themselves. They lose out, but they gain momentum. And that's a very good shout for them if they can secure at least a chicken dinner. A conversation will be had for Andromeda at this stage, but we will see if that will be the case. But right now, Crazy Weirdos. Good numbers, good angle, good position. Everything could be working out in their favor if they're able to stick to the task at hand. That is on not on too much, but they have shown us exactly what they are made of. They have been on the horizon so far. Again, a little bit more cadence in the way they have been able to approach the final phases of the zone here, but this is where it really matters. This is where it is all important. This is the NPL. Some teams already know that they are not guaranteed a final slot just yet. They have to put in a masterclass performance. They have to show a little bit more than they would have liked to show so far. They will not be backing down, not even in the slightest. Kimi is going to be one of those players as well. But right now, it is only Team Cold again that have 4 players alive with Y Esports. And now Crazy Weirdos under siege again. We're going to be pressing forward right now to Y Always Me's position. This is where it's going to get very interesting. Always Me trying to spray it into the corner. Big shot from Maddie. Maddie plays over to the right. Maddie gets a drop in, but Angelo's there to get it done again. Packs him all the way through. And Maddie goes down. Kimi goes down as well. Angelo goes for Leo. Trade-off is major here, but why? Esports have the numbers. They have the numbers advantage, but Leo is immediately going to get flushed, and so is Y Always Me, and this will deter the guys from Y Esports to do something. Oh, son! From inside, a big risk was taken there, and he's paid the price. He gets knocked away by the blue zone. I'm not sure why he opted to go for that one. But now he has left his teammate with team with just a solo. That was a bad call from Son. There was absolutely no reason for him to do that one. But now, for the sake of eliminating Andromeda, that is the cost of doing business, and he sacrificed himself. And now it is left to Gen 2. Can he see his team across the line? Crazy Weirdos, though. It could be theirs to take, but Team Cold, a chicken dinner in back-to-back fashion, is about to raise the stakes. Wait a minute. Team Cold is not in this game. This is a production thing, chat. My bad, guys. Team Cold is not in the game right now. So we've got Nothing But Trouble, Crazy Weirdos, and and Y Esports and Crazy Weirdos now overseeing the rest of the opposition. They've got a sideline on everyone. They've got a sideline on Agent. But Abdul is going to make sure that he gets the job done. He's got 5 eliminations now, going on a rampage, adds another one to the mix. 6 eliminations for Crazy Weirdos. They're trying to hold it in. Sisu and Deji's taking a lot of hits. Deji's almost getting blown away here by Agent. And he gets the angles there, and that might be getting knocked away. Sisu gets the drop on him with the UMP. And that was the opening that they have been looking for. Deji immediately going to capitalize. Sisu goes for the flush, and a big game here coming through for Crazy Weirdos. That gives them the opportunity to advance their position. Deji's making forward strides into the next phase of the zone. Gen2's playing off into the back end as well. Nothing but trouble down to just a solo man. And Crazy Weirdos have the numbers. There's a 2 versus 1 versus 1 right now, but Gen2 has a very good spot, and Gen2 gets the angle on Abdul, sends him back into the lobby, and now it is a 2 versus 1. But you can't sleep on Gen2. You can't sleep on Deji and Sisu making a dash for it. They know exactly where he is, and they're moving into the open space that has been created for Gen2 there and Y Esports. This could have been anyone's game at this stage. But it looks like Gen 2 is going to be wrapped up here. 10 eliminations for Y Esports. I mean, this is what we love to see. More and more and more where that came from. A launch over the top side as well. Doesn't look like they want to commit. Launch another grenade into the other side. That one was a little bit closer than he would have liked. But it's a Crazy Weirdos do not want to. They don't want to commit. They don't want to commit their space. They want to capitalize on positional play. They want Gen 2 to get forced out. They don't want him. They don't want to have to deal with him in a 1v1 or in open field. I'm pretty sure they're playing this quite smart. They just want to win the game. They don't want to do anything flashy. They have the numbers advantage. They have angles on him as well. So this could be all they need to do here. But Gen 2, he does have the tendencies to cause a little bit of an upset. He could potentially turn this around. Though very unlikely, but the play zone is going to be on the move very soon. And it is going to decide what his next course of action is about to be. If he gets away, there is going to be fire on the mountain, though. So he's got a little bit of the zone. But now this shift away. It blesses. Well, Sisu is forced down, so he does have to reap himself. But I don't think that's going to be much of an issue, as he is trying to hold it down. Deji looks like he's getting a little bit more anxious, a little bit more restless here. I mean, you've got a P90. You might as well just take him on. You've got a P90. You can take him on. Crazy Weirdos. Chicken dinner. We'll put them into a nice spot in the game going into tomorrow. Because tomorrow we'll have a different set of teams competing again for a spot into the top 8, into the final. Gen 2's crueling here. Still trying to find the intel to make something happen from that position. If he can find one of them, this might turn out to be something very interesting. If he can find one of them, if one of them gets caught slipping here, it is going to be a very, very difficult barrage for them to get through. I mean, I would expect nothing less. But the play zone is inching closer and closer. Gen 2 is in a little bit more of a dangerous position. He's advancing as well. I think he's got a little bit of the tree in front of him to play off of. But the distance to cover between where he is and that tree is where it gets very, very dicey, very, very spicy as well. It's all about getting the upper hand right now. I'm quite surprised that Crazy Weirdos didn't just take this on and just slam him 2v1. I would expect that would be the case. But it looks like they're playing this slow and steady. I mean, I would have commended it when the zone was a bit wider, but right now, I would expect them to take this on. But, you know, play zone is going to force them eventually. Sisu's going to spin through up least. Sisu has spotted him as he pops up into the corner. They repositions again. A little bit closer to the edge there. Adds more. Well, the smokes are going to do the job. He does have some smokes, though. He does have some utilities. If he can toss another one, he might be able to use the element of surprise here. He has to toss another smoke before this one dissipates, because the moment this smoke dissipates, it's curtains for him. He's spotted, he's taking damage, but he decides to deny the point. I mean, all that, doing all that just to deny the point. You could have denied the point way earlier, but GG's to Crazy Weirdos. They will get their chicken dinner. And what a chicken dinner it has been. Absolutely solid performance from them. They stood tall, they stood on business, they played it carefully, casually, and they got that chicken dinner. Well deserved for them. Solid performance. That's what we love to do, ladies and gentlemen. 2 games down, 2 more to go. First dose of Erangel completed. We're going to head into the next Erangel before we go into Miramar for match number 3. So do not touch that dial. Stay tuned.
at the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking, and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free. And if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
Hello everyone, I'm Jindu. I'm the winner of Just Dance game, and I want to use this medium to appreciate Water Energy Drink and 10NSE.
Showtime, showtime, showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action. Hope you grabbed your monster with you because we're about to get into the local phases of the tournament. The group stages are still on fire. And we're about to hop into match number 3. It is Erangel, our last Erangel of the night, and the second one of the group stage of today. So Team Cole take that first chicken dinner with 9 eliminations. And then we had crazy weirdos step up to the plate to get themselves 17 points on the bounce. And now it is left to the launches of the game, or rather of the day, Erangel and Miramar. That is where all of the action is about to preserve itself. And it keeps, it keeps staying on the front foot, or front lines. So we have all of the causes for correction for some of these teams. Hopefully they will find it. Don't have to worry too much about getting into character or getting into display. Playing path gives us an idea on who is going where and what to expect from them. Do we have teams landing on each other in Pachinki? I think it is going to be Oxygen, and why so serious? Again, Oxygen. I really hope they find their footing, and perform in the last chance qualifier, because that really looks like they're heading to. Because right now, looks like they're biting off a little bit more than they can chew. You can see why so serious. Already securing the first one, courtesy of Reckless. And I think Oxygen are just out of their depth in the group stages, in this particular group stage. I think they're just out of their depth there. You can see Dolly just couldn't hold on, and he goes down, and that will be a wrap. Yeah, I think this one was just a little bit beyond them. And I also think this lineup is even different from the one that played in the PMNC, because that team was much stronger than this one, for sure. That was a much stronger team from Oxygen. So seeing the way they're performing now, I'm not too convinced. Andromeda, close to the action, but not necessarily in all of the word. Hopefully, they will find their rhythm. Had a pretty decent game in the previous match. We're still going to be a little bit more treacherous than they would like it to be, though. K9 Esports going to be on the bridge. Now, this is one of those games where Chaos Syndicate, they show their level. This is usually the game where they show their level. I'm expecting Chaos Syndicate to show their level in this game. Because that is something I've seen them do time and time again. We're going to see if they will stick to the plot. Pretty weirdos, though. I mean, well enough. They have been quite proactive and fruitious in the way they've been able to manage their expectations and manage the zone. Looks like Angels of Death. Trying to make a rotation around the corners there, but no dash for them. Southeast as well, making a dash for it. Why Esports having to cook something of their own. And Vanguard spotting the guys from Team Cold, trading blows. Guard losing him. Team Cold still have one of their players knocked away though, but maybe making something happen. Rain is trying to spur out the angles there, and Light had no idea, no peripheral vision. He goes down. Betrayer will be getting picked up. Team Cold on the front foot. Doesn't look like Vanguard can do much of anything here though. I think this one's just a little bit out of reach for them. And it's just one of those things. It happens from time to time though, but even at that, you know. Well, 2 eliminations to the good. Very good start for Team Cold. Vanguard really need to think long and hard if they want to be on the receiving end here. But I think that Oni's going to get caught by Maddie and Andromeda. Playing the terrain and playing it perfectly. They still want elimination away. And you can tell this is a team that has done a little bit of research, a little bit of their homework. They knew that Vanguard or a team could potentially be making a rotation at this phase of the game, and they ambushed them. This was executed. This was all planned by the IGL of this team. And this is what I love to see. Teams that are willing to take the extra mile. Gentle with a sideline onto the dash from Fear. Gets Tayo knocked away though. Why is Sirius coming fresh off that engagement earlier on in Pachinki? Almost wanting to take it upon themselves there, but with the performance that Wise So Serious have had today though, are they still in the top 3? That's an interesting thought process though, because they've not necessarily had world beater games though. You know, they've just been pretty okay today at best. You know, K9 as well. Still looking for a little bit of an uppity performance from any of those teams. Vexra, also another team that has been a little bit more flat out. Vexra have been on the horizon, as you all well know. Potentially trying to negate their positions, but why so serious? But they have to be very careful how they navigate this particular position, because there's a chance that someone is going to get discovered. Southeast going to be the ones this time around, making a dash for it. No players lost just yet. They have been sitting quite nicely. Awakened is going to have some contradictions here. Fear Esports are lurking around. They haven't got an extra man though. Unlike K9, who have an extra man. Extra men. So this could be theirs for the taking. They have to make certain Now this is a job well done. Oh, that's a beautiful shot coming through there from Team Cold. They have the angles quite lined in. Rin gets a drop on them as well. And 2+1. So probably gonna have to try to hold on into that corner. Izanagi has been knocked away, but take a look at that Unsullied Army have pulled up. And perfect timing and perfect collision as well. And Conquest continues to cause a little bit more chaos. Kakali exposed. J48 also exposed there. Goes straight back into his vehicle. A grenade could cause problems for J48 there. But he hops out, almost getting dispatched there. He might be getting exposed to Betrayer, as his teammate will get him dropped off. He does get exposed. He gets knocked away. Kakali and Conquest too far away. Conquest is too far away to cause any problems, to cause any type of shift in this engagement. He has to deal with Betrayer. That is the real threat. And nothing but trouble on their own back end, trying to cause some more commotion onto the guys from Andromeda. I believe Maddie gets caught in the crosshairs there. Angelo now trying to make something happen. Kimmy's looking for a way around, looking for a way through. Abdul's also calls in, trying to hold him all the way back. He spotted him as well, pulls him out of the car immediately. And that was just poor driving from Kimmy. And Bandit goes down as well. YB Sports coming fresh off that performance they had in the previous game. They will not be stopping. They will keep it going. They will keep it flying. Phase 4 of the circle is closing out any moment from now. K9 still yet to brandish their weapons just yet. But now is the time. And it's always going to be against the guys from VSSR. And Black goes down. Manano's going to have to circumvent it. They have found an angle to work with. And Kraton gets knocked away as well. That's 2 bodies now knocked away. And Stoner 1 HP. I mean, this could go either way. Unfortunately for them, Dawn is still very much alive there, just keeping things calm. And Fear still lurking in the vicinity. Supernova as well, also getting a piece of the action against Why So Serious. Another one bites the dust there. Causing a little bit of chaos as intended. Manuel goes down. Chips locked in. Spray's good, Spray's even better for Why So Serious, but Ninja, can he capitalize on this one? Grenade in hand now, he's about to launch it all the way through onto Chips. And that could be something dangerous there for Nova if he lands it perfectly, but it doesn't look like he does. Chips just manages to hold on just a little bit longer there. Perry, sightline is good. Why So Serious? This is starting to look more and more like one of their games. They're getting more and more confident as the game continues to progress. More grenades. Manuel, the victim this time. End of the road. 7 eliminations as Pseudo and Chips go down to courtesy of Chaos Syndicate. It is Nova. And take a look at Machine. Blending in with the logs. Sharing logs. Chaos Syndicate under immense pressure here, as they are only left to Nova and Sad. They have been very, very limited in the pool of games. There's still a chance for them to do something different in Miramar, as Fear will be losing Death as well. I believe that would be the last one left for them. Right now, Chaos Syndicate, I mean, everything has been too sweet for them throughout the entirety of this group stage. I don't think they're getting caught by any other team. I mean, since that they have given themselves between themselves and the rest of the opposition is quite significant. So I think they've done just well enough to get themselves into the final. But there is still ground to cover. Six eliminations for Team Cold. They have been hanging on by a thread so far. So even at top position, it has been very difficult. Ninja's trying to sprawl away through and find an angle, a position to break into the zone with. Or to keep the guys from Chaos Syndicate at bay with, because they're the ones who need to break out of this position. Nova settle back. Stoner takes a hit courtesy of the Bison. And YE Sports clamoring forwards. Team Code as well with the same idea. Dororo gets caught napping there. And he is going to feel the shot immediately. And now it is going to be a state of panic for Why So Serious, because they are about to get serious now if they don't find a way to make something happen here. Teammate getting knocked away. Perry as well. That's two bodies knocked away there, but had no idea that Ninja was lurking high up the ground, and he capitalizes on that one. Perry and Doro getting knocked away at the same time was not a good fit. Was not a big opportunity though for Chaos Syndicate to advance their position. Now would be the best time for them to make their move. Potentially they could even capitalize on the resets coming through from Why So Serious, but I'm not sure they know. And again, they are very limited in numbers right now. Crazy Weirdos onto Siege. They've got 4 of their players alive. I think got a little bit of confidence to advance their position here. Looks like K9 losing out there. I've got Dawn getting knocked away. There's going to be one or the other. Come out on top instead. 2 eliminations so far. Conquest looking for an opening for Unsullied Army. Saw how they turned up the heat in the Rondo game. So close, but yet so far to that chicken dinner. It's almost turned it around. So many different ways that could have gone. So many different positions they could have taken. But it is still very much their game to win. While all this is going on, Angels of Death are still in the corner lurking. And Crazy Weirdos as well with the same idea. But Conquest, he could capitalize on this exchange between Crazy Weirdos and Angels of Death right now. They're popping bombs and grenades all across themselves. Trying to get an angle there. Sisu with a big spray over to the right hand side, but no dice. Ferran plays a little bit closer there, but will reposition with his teammates. They're trading it blow for blow, grenade for grenade. That one could have been very, very dangerous, but this grenade might be the one. If it's launched perfectly, it looks like it might have been, but it's just a couple of inches shy. Sisu's the one that takes the brunt of the hit the most, but that is not enough to cause any commotion for Crazy Weirdos right now. They are coming off fresh off a chicken dinner. Is very, very high right now. They know they've got exactly what it takes to make something happen. Opening sequence that they have been looking for, and they are on the front line. They are on the front foot. This is gonna have to trade off. Morrow goes down. Angels of Death, in trouble again. They don't like where they found themselves at all. They have absolutely lost any disdain for it. But fortunately for them, they've got Jay in their corner. They are going to have to advance their position, but now they are exposed to, I believe, K9. And Rumsey continues to pose problems for them into that sequence, and now he gets Jay as well. That's another knock. Another knock, another grenade. 3 bodies caught for Angels of Death, and another grenade. Oh, Rumsey. Well, take a look at that. Rumsey blew them away. The K9's on the hunt. What a grenade from Rumsey. And now we are down to 6. 16 players alive. And the clock is ticking. It's running out. The numbers are dwindling. The play zone is shrinking. Why Esports still very much in the conversations here as well. Nova still very much in the conversation too. We've got Chaos Syndicate inside of the top 6. Sisu and the rest of Crazy Weirdos have made it into the top 6 again in back-to-back games. You can tell this is a team that started to pick up on things and how they want to advance their position, on how they want to position themselves in the main part of the zone. Crazy Weirdos have been forced out of this little pocket of space that they found for themselves, but I believe they still have a man in the zone there, if I'm not mistaken. Or it could be one of the guys from K9. Could be able to park it through though, but ideas also come in droplets for Y Esports. Interestingly enough, Y Esports and Crazy Weirdos, 2 of the top teams from the previous game, have made it all the way through into the top 6 again in quick succession. And there's a chance they will make it into the top 5 if Nova is discovered earlier on. But he's all by his lonesome, he's uncontested. And there is a little bit of an airdrop separating both sides of the divide here. Has a problem either way. The reckless abandon. No pushing forwards. Pops the first one over the top side. Monty free the next of the opposition there. Crazy where he soon knocked away. They've been able to get to him. They need to make a decision, but Monty is gonna be caught there by Nova. Chaos Syndicate still dealing in chaos, still causing problems for everyone. And they've set their sights now. Monty, can he get picked up? It is so close, so dangerous there. He might be bleeding out. And he will not be getting picked up. Oh! Nova catches another one. And one by one, Nova is the thorn in the side of Crazy Weirdos. Now it is Conquest against K in a 1v1. A battle for supremacy of who's going to take the final sequence, the final showdown. Conquest is spotted and he will be dispatched by Sisu. And that will be a job well done by Crazy Weirdos. They managed to hang on. They managed to see him through. Again, top 5. Nova, still a problem. Still a thorn in their side. And I talked about why so serious. I said it that this is the type of game they win. And it's luckily as every minute goes by. Leo now with a sideline of his own. Drop is good. Reckless goes down. Leo jumps into the corner. Spins through. Duro goes down. Why so serious? Looks like this one may have just bitten them off a little bit more than they could chew here. K goes down as well to Nova. Nova single-handedly putting Crazy Weirdos to the sword. He's knocked 3. He might just close this down. And he goes for the jump shot. Grenade bounces it off the walls there. And he might go for it, but not this time. Sisu will close it down. And the job is done. And he locks it all the way through. What a drop to come through from Crazy Weirdos there. They clutch it up. Why so serious? And why esports? Asking all the questions. Why, and why? Well, Perry and Reckless probably going to have the answer for that one if they can find a way through into the final sequence of the zone. As Rumsey is pacing it there for K9, he has been slowly but silently pushing his team and dragging them across the line, putting one foot into the finals. K9 have been very, very under the radar, but very, very consistent. Rumsey continues to advance from the southwestern side of the zone. Why always me? Also with a sideline of his own as well. Why esports? 6 eliminations, 4 players alive. You can't ask for much better. The Crazy Weirdos probably gonna have something. Probably gonna have to do a little bit more here. K has to be careful, and he does get dispossessed there by Son. Sisu's it's all left to him now. Has to advance as well. And there is a chance. If they can get the smokes to line out, they might be able to make their way through, but the play zone is moving. Rumsey as well is also moving. A grenade! From Why So Serious onto Rumsey's position. I believe they know that he's there. And Son continues to apply the pressure from the high ground position. He manages to dispatch one, but here comes Reckless now in the 1v1 against Gen 2. He trades off, but Gen 2's going to have to deal him off into the corner. Big sprays over to the corner as well, and that will be a wrap. And Y Esports again in the top 2. It is Y Esports against Crazy Weirdos. Okay, not Crazy Weirdos this time around. It's going to be K9, but Rumsey gets the first drop. Rumsey tries to go for the second, but not this time. Y Esports will get the chicken dinner. And in quick succession, second in the previous game, chicken dinner in the next. That is what you call consistency. Consistency. Why esports? They have the answers to the question. And they stood up on the mantle. They turned the game around and they held it strong. That is how you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the NPL. It is the group stages. We have wrapped up Erangel. We're heading straight to Miramar. 3 games done and dusted. 1 more to go. Grab yourself that little can of Monster and get ready for the last game of the night.
Hello, welcome to the Campus Game Fest 2026 happening live at University of Ibadan. There's so much activities going on today. Games, fun, and music. Come, let's have fun.
Hi, my name is Nifi. I'm winner of Free Fire, University of Ibadan, Campus Guild First 2026. Thank you, Monster Energy, for sponsoring us. Thank you, 10N80. We hope to see you next time. Thank you.
My name is Grace. I'm the winner of Just Dance competition. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
My name is Olado Chinok. I'm the winner of Street Fighter tournament at the Campus Game Fest, University of Ibadan. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
My name is Olayemi. I'm the winner of the PUBG Mobile at University of Ibadan, Campus Game Fest. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
The Nigerian Pro League Grand Final 68 by Monster Energy.
final games of the night.
at the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking, and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free. And if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
Hello everyone, I'm Jindu. I'm the winner of Just Dance game, and I want to use this medium to appreciate Monster Energy Drink and 10NSE.
Hello, welcome to the Campus Game Fest 2026 happening live at University of Ibadan. There's so much activities going on today. Games, fun, and music. Come, let's have fun.
Hi, my name is Nifi. I'm winner of Free Fire, University of Ibadan, Campus Game First 2026. Thank you, Monster Energy, for sponsoring us. Thank you, 10N80. We hope to see you next time. Thank you.
My name is Grace. I'm the winner of Just Dance competition. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
My name is Olado Chinok. I'm the winner of Street Fighter tournament at the Campus Game Fest, University of Ibadan. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
My name is Olayemi. I'm the winner of the PUBG Mobile at University of Ibadan, Campus Game Fest. Thank you, 1080. Thank you, Monster.
The Nigerian Pro League Grand Final played by Monster Energy Drink and 10N80.
Speed of the game, just get it into that bench, comfortably, send them out, the ground is sports. Let's be aware that there's someone who's
This is going to end the final games of the night.
Showtime, showtime, showtime. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Nigerian Pro League Season 9. The group stages. Match number 4, last match of the night, and some people's last chance to get into the final of the NPL for Season 9. It is Miramar action. As you all well know, the desert map. That is what we all know. That is what we are aware of. And they will try to lock in. Getting to a better chance. Into a better draft for the teams. Nothing that they haven't seen before, though. But Miramar gives you a little bit of ideas on how to stay alive the longest. Agent trying to hold it down though. It's not too much to worry about. Has never stopped the agent with a bicycle. I mean, you gotta respect the bicycle though. It comes in clutch. Comes in clutch at the bicycle, man. Right now, Chaos Syndicate have all but confirmed they have made it into the finals of the Nigerian Pro League Season 9. So what they have to do is step up to the plate and claim victory. So we've already confirmed 2 teams in the final, Chaos Syndicate and Neon Outlaws. And who has more of a pressure build-up at this stage? At this stage of competition. That's true. I totally forgot about the loot truck. I haven't necessarily seen it today, up until now. Another loot truck. Gonna be K9 Esports put up a masterclass performance though in the previous game. Courtesy of Romsey. I mean, that guy, clutch player for sure. I would love to see them in the final as well. I mean, I would love to see a lot of teams in the final, because that gives us a lot of consideration onto the expectations to have. Either way, Team Code definitely gonna have to marinate a little bit more here. But they have had a fantastic run of games today. Can't even take that away from them. They have been very, 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 very solid all through. So about being more it has more to do with sequence and being proactive, taking a little bit more damage than they would have liked though, but still seeing themselves through. Chaos Syndicate. Still knowing how they would like to put this map though. They are still arguably strong in this map. And the shots have started to ring out already to give a sense of urgency and resurgency as well. I'm looking to get some more angles and more of a forward approach. And it looks like Chaos Syndicate biting the dust again, relatively very. But they will come out on top against Angels of Death. Angels of Death have had a very abysmal day. Very abysmal day. Getting eliminated by Chaos Syndicate. 4 eliminations already on the books for them. And they are going to try a little bit harder. Andromeda also would like to see how they find their way into the final spot of the zone, though it's been very proactive, not too problematic for them. And why so serious? Coming closer in that previous match. They were very, very close to getting the job done, but it just cost them a little bit more than they would have liked. And I believe they've still got what it takes to see it through. Looks like the angles are going to go from back towards here. Angelo has secured the opening. Why esports? They may have just found a team that can deal with them in 4v4 scenarios. And things are going to get potentially going to move from bad to worse here. Because Son has an off angle, but Maddie is going to close that gap as well and take the 1v1 against Son. It's all a matter of who's going to be better at the 1v1, but he's going to chase Son all the way down. And now Son has put himself in a very dangerous position. Spray's coming through, but he manages to escape just a little bit. But now the press is on. Gen 2 is on. And Andromeda still looking for that opening. And it looks like it is O2. Oxygen just pulling up a little bit closer. Might decide to take it upon himself, but it would be smarter for him to reconvene with his teammates there. He is going to be trying his best to go for it. It's interesting that nobody is taking shots at Darley while he's shooting at Magic. That would have been the first game changer. That would have been the first plan there. They're taking hits as well. Why esports? Also taking a little bit of a Constantine position. Again, they're taking too many angles to hold through here. Noisy neighbor with Andromeda. The play zone being on the move as opposed to lavishing, trying to stay afloat, trying to stay adrift. Now there will be hell to pay, and it's going to be quite a watch to see who gets out of this position first and who's going to come out on top, because it's all a matter of who will reposition themselves in the right spot first and foremost. That is what's important. And Vanguard and Chaos Syndicate locking horns again. Light going down. Chaos Syndicate adding more and more numbers. Nova is going to be the one to do it this time around. Vanguard getting absolutely demolished. And Oni does manage to get Skoda knocked away there. That's two players knocked away for Chaos Syndicate. And Nova going down to Oni. And him going down as well. Vanguard down to their last man. And I think it might not be enough for him. He manages to get his HP levels back up. Peter very low on HP, but notwithstanding, he's going to have to press forward. And the grenade is launched, and it does connect. Beautiful grenade from Peter. And they're up to 8 eliminations now. Chaos Syndicate unprovoked and unstoppable in their pursuit. Abdul with a sideline onto Southeast as well. Very proactive the way they've been able to manage 2+1 going down, getting burned away by the Molotov. And Abdul and Teabag also. And Solid Army in Minas Devai on the south side, making a slow but steady ascension over to the hillside, and also making their way towards the next phase of the zone. K9 on the chase, on the rise. 2 eliminations for them and 2 eliminations for MBT as well. Ooh, Don had to be careful. Was not careful enough. He's exposed and he's going to get knocked away. Chauncey will be getting picked up. Rumsey is still in the vicinity, and Andromeda and YE Sports are still playing neighbor in Chumasera. There is a core effect here, cause and effect of how they have found themselves wanting here. That has never stopped them. Supernova getting caught up. Man boys, no chance for him. Pseudo also trying to get an angle and rotate it around, but he does get a drop. Pseudo will be putting up to the mix here. Will get his teammate picked up and immediately goes for the flush on Kraton. But that was a bad call. Going for the flush is what cost him the game there. Rumsey was right there. Was absolutely right there to put the nail in the coffin. It's not every flush you gotta go for, man. Pick your teammates up first. Perry's going to be under siege here, but still very much their game. There will be, oh, that's a Molotov from 2+1. It does the job, it locks it in, and it makes something happen all the way across. And why so serious? Down to just 2 rotations and utilities, all but naught. There could be a timeline. Unsullied Army. I mean, it's quite interesting the way they've been able to set up here. J48 did get knocked away in that sequence, but his teammates are swarming around as well to pick him up. Nova has to be very careful there as the Rizzo goes down courtesy of Nova's position. J48, does he get picked up? He does, just in time. What a clutch save from Kakali. Ooh, well, that was very, very close. But they need to continue to apply pressure. 415 just needs to continue to apply pressure on Nova. He cannot allow him to get any more shots away there. J48 is going to have to press forward now, and that one connects to Kakali. No dice for him. And another grenade, and another one. And on for water bomber. And almost gets run away, but J48 is immediately trying to go for the flush, but Sad is there to shut it down. Chaos Syndicate still unbroken, still unbent. 12 eliminations, and they're going for it again. They're absolutely going for it this time. They're going for a chicken dinner to close the game out. But right now, it is only Crazy Weirdos and Andromeda with Y Esports that have 4 players, and Team Cold that have 4 players alive. It is all left to them. 3XR trying to get a sideline onto Nova. Nova getting knocked away there and immediately getting flushed in the same rounds. And that is what it takes. Chaos Syndicate getting obliterated there. Peter getting his HP levels back to fruition as the play zone continues to close out and force teams more and more centrally. Fear makes a dash for it over to the high ground position again. Oh, he's going to get pulled away by Banana as well. And now surely VXR will take this one upon themselves. Dash for it. Again, why Esports and Andromeda have been here for at least 6 business days and no play has been made. Izanagi going down to Rumsey. K9 not taking their foot off the gas. Peter going down, getting blown away. But Sad continues to charge the grenade up. Does not back down, not even in the slightest. He's going to have to circle back again and keep it under fruition again to close up the gap there. Sad is out in the open. That's a beautiful grenade. Perfectly launched. Surely it does connect. But the second one is going to do the job and he is hurt in the process. And they will walk him down. And he is trying to get his HP levels back up. Trying to lock it down again, pulls him out with the M249. He gets the first drop and he might be going for the second. VXR could be in a world of trouble here and he might be going for it. Sad his HP levels are not the kindest, but they're much better than Kami's. But Kami manages to get his HP levels back up. Another grenade in full sequence again to reduce the deficit over to that right hand side. It's a 2 versus 1 split over to the left hand side as well. The pressure is on. VXR can't seem to hold him in. Banana has been here, but it looks like Andromeda now will be setting their sight lines onto that open space that they can work through. Jimmy playing off the right hand side. Maddie leading the charge. Maddie trying to get an angle there. Can Maddie to victory over the edge? There's something happening, but there's chaos brewing in the corner. Stun going down again. Keep also playing off the right. Jump shot good over and time around. And why always? You see the question? Why always me? Leo exposed. Yeah, forcing the issue, forcing open space, and take a look at that. Quick succession. Angelo and Kimmy, 3-piece to 1. 5 eliminations. Maddie at the helm. Andromeda will put the sword to Y Esports and they will walk away the victors in Chu Masera. You have to climb it up now, but all of that time wasted, all of that utility burned away will allow for crazy weirdos to lurk out on them and wait for them as they advance their positions. You see K just taking a dash for it again and a couple more shots onto Machine. But this is a very difficult rotation to make. It would be smarter for them to go around the western side because they can't go direct. They can't go straight up. It is too much of a risk. It is too big a risk. Can they get an angle around? Kimmy makes a dash for it. They do find some space to get into the next phase of the zone. And Angelo presses forward. But can they make, if they can get a knock against crazy weirdos, they might be able to do something about it here. Okay, charge it up there. Oh, beautiful Angelo. And now that will give crazy weirdos something to think about. An open space for them to work through. And K nades himself. The pressure is on Andromeda. They force the issue. Crazy weirdos in trouble as K bombs himself away. They now have the opportunity to break inside the zone. Chaos ensues here into this hillside position of Chumasera. And Andromeda somehow have turned the tables. They found a way through. Kimmy goes for the flush immediately and wraps it up. And now they have broken inside of the zone. They have a space to play inside. And Andromeda, you're cooking now. And everything, it takes time, but it is working for their good. They are looking very confident. Monty takes a hit as well. 2-2 split from Andromeda. They're absolutely tearing through. And now running through the opposition. Monty goes down. Andromeda now up to 7 eliminations. And now they've added another one. 8 this time. Dropping bodies left and right. Kimmy with his 3rd. Andra. The chicken dinner is not too far away. They are the only team with 4 players. Sure over the line. Surely they get the job done. Surely everything works in their favor at this stage of the test. Is all a matter of versus reward. Here on the high ground of Chumasera as well. Try to look the rest of the opposition. Team Cold down to the last man betrayal. Over the other side as well. Fear have all of their players alive, but they are man short. Oxygen has as well. I think this is the game where I've seen Oxygen get placement points throughout of today. So that is a very interesting dynamic. But either way, the job is done. They get some points on the board. Placement reduces, and the placement points start to stack up. But right now, Andromeda have all of that northeastern side covered. It is all theirs to play for. And now Rumsey with a grenade getting launched up, and he will be spotted. And he will be almost getting wrapped up, but he makes it just out of reach. And now Andromeda, they need to capitalize on the chaos that's coming through now. Any going down courtesy of Betrayer. On the back end as well. Fear also trying to hold up the high ground position. He's trying to circle back as well. Another one goes down, but finally Betrayer, they've had enough of him. They put a stop to him as well. Darley from Oxygen trying to get his HP levels back up. He manages to make it happen. Angelo and the rest of the guys from Andromeda are now making their advance up the hillside. And they have to make sure that they don't get exposed here. Make sure all the bases are covered. Kami goes down to Maddie. Another one. Another elimination for Andromeda. They're taking the rest of the ops to space and leaving them in the back end. Banana follows suit. Down to the top 3. Andromeda. They can smell it now. A chicken dinner in the final game is a big, big game changer. But how many more eliminations can they add? Fury Sports trying to hold it, something happen from that position is going to be very difficult because they have to have eyes at the back of their head. And Oxygen still got Dali, but I don't see a path for him uphill. I don't see a way he makes it up the hillside. It is going to be too difficult. It is going to require too many resources that he doesn't have. Realistically, Tayo has hung around too close to the play zone there. Takes a little bit of damage, but he makes it out just in time. Dali's making a play for it. Over to that southeastern side. He's going to have to make a dash for it as well. 10 eliminations for Andromeda. And Angelo has put in a major shift. Of finals. For the first time in their history, Andromeda might just make the MPL final. But it all lies on the decisions they make here today. Can Maddie lead them to victory? Can Angelo snap the shot? Take it upon himself? Everyone's looking in. Everyone's backing in. Andromeda have the entire south covered. Darley's position is going to be exposed any moment from now. Machine should spot him. He has to be careful. He still has to remain within the visible sight lines of his teammates. Not get too carried away. Potential team elimination check for Andromeda here. 24 points is a major leap going into this game. But can they see it through? Can they turn up the heat? Machine launched. Trying to lock down the angles there, but the grenades have started to fly through, and that's a very good grenade, and a better one from Angelo, and Tayo is gonna get knocked away, and the opening that they may have just found, because it doesn't look like Tayo can get picked up from that awkward position that he's in. Awakened is trying to rescue his teammate, but the bombs continue. Angelo launches one, but he's gonna take it upon himself there to get more intel. Tayo's been spotted. They take away his position. Death peeks up from the high ground And he will be getting knocked away. And Andromeda, surely now the job is done. Awakened is spotted. He's trying to pop through, but he's taking too much damage from the zone, and he will be run over. He will be clamped up. Darley for the win, but no chance. No way. Darley spotted. Andromeda, chicken dinner. A job done and a job well finished. Andromeda will take the chicken dinner in the last game of the group stage for today. They see it all the way through. They wrap it all the way around. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you finish across the line. Andromeda doing a perfect game. And that I talked about earlier for match one. I said I expect them to do something. Unfortunately, my audio wasn't good. My audio wasn't coming to stream then, but I was talking about Andromeda at the beginning of the stream when my audio wasn't working. Those are one of the teams I said you got to watch out for these guys, and they're exceptional. The way they hold up the game, the way they managed on the against Y Esports, they stood up to the mix and they showed us how it is done. 5 eliminations from Maddie, 6 for Angelo. Machine was there to help them carry the bodies, and Kimi with 3 eliminations on the board for himself as well. Wow, absolutely incredible performance. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been it. You have had your monster on you, because what a game it has been so far. But yes, that is what we love to see. Action, and more action. But more action on the way tomorrow, as well, as we have a brand new set of teams, a brand new set of groups locking in who has made it to the final. Well, make sure you follow 10N80 on all social media platforms to stay up to date with the leaderboard and stay up to date with what's coming next. It's good night from Priest. Big shout out to production. Big shout out to Monster. Big shout out to all of you in the comment section and the live stream for sticking with us all the way through. We'll see you same time tomorrow. More stage action.